All right, perfect. So nice to meet any of you whom I have not met yet. We're going to dive right in. Like Mark said, this is going to be pretty short and sweet, and then we'll have plenty of time for questions at the end. So let's dive in. So looking back at 1983, that's when Keller Williams was first born. This is our hideous 1983 logo, which fortunately has since been updated to the one that you know today. Just kind of some perspective for how things have changed through the years. And now looking specifically at 2009, thinking about some of the technologies that have changed, or just my goodness, I think Android was introduced in 2009. So a really interesting year, and lots of things have changed since then. We all have, GPSs built into our cars now for the most part. And if not, it's just in your handheld device, nice and easy. Other things that have changed since then, we're looking at just cost of goods in general. Most everything has gone up significantly, including this poor little cow who's about to gain some weight in the next slide. And so, we all know that the price of eggs has gone up, but can you believe it's 285%, which is just nuts. So, looking also at KW's inception, our monthly fee from KWRI was $10 a month, and that was increased in 2009 to $25 a month. And that's the fee that you know to be on your invoices today. So everything that KW has offered to us as a company, or that does offer to us as a company, they've poured a lot of money into us as agents and as individuals. And so that fee is going to be increasing to $50 a month. And like we mentioned, that has not gone up since 2009. So 14 years, a lot of things have changed, and, lots of fees have increased, and this is just kind of coming along for the ride. So this will be starting in March. So with your March bill, you'll see the increase from $25 to $50. And then that'll be due on or about the 20th of the month. And it'll be business as usual outside of that. Do we have any questions?
I told you it'd be quick.
Mm-hmm.
And just chiming in as you think about your questions, in my time at Legacy Group, the monthly bill for agents has actually gone down, believe it or not, and our cap has held steady. And so I think one of the things that I love about KW is that we're committed to providing as much value as possible at a very reasonable cost. And so this we're not used to having costs adjust or to go up. And so no one is like, yay, I'm pumped. But we're in a company broadly and specifically that has a history of keeping these costs low. Rocco has asked, so what's the total now? So it's your $47.50. So the tech fee portion currently is 25 of your $47.50, Rocco. And so it'll go up to $72.50 total.
Great question.
What else?
There's a couple things in the chat.
Lillian has asked, what is the reason for this?
Sure. So, like I mentioned, a lot of the items that KW offers to us as a company are very valuable to us, and also come with a fairly significant cost to the company. So, as costs increase across the world for all goods and services, this is just kind of falling in line with that.
What else?
And you guys can feel free to unmute too. Don't feel like you have to use the chat.
I'd chime in if that's okay.
Please,
Sure.
Doug.
Yeah, so I started out with a different KW agent or a brokerage about 7 years ago. And the fees there were higher than what you're going to right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was one of the things that kind of blew me away when I switched to Legacy was I couldn't believe how low the fees were at that point. And, you know, as you're saying, they stuck it, you know, they didn't change it since 2009. That's crazy just because of the cost of doing business anymore. And like you mentioned, everything from the cow on up, it doesn't matter, man, it's all going up, right? So it's, I mean, I can't believe this didn't happen earlier, but even now, we're still lower than what that other brokerage was 7 years ago. So it's all good. I mean, and if people need to just understand, they just need to understand how much that is provided for us, and it's the value. It's you're not going to get this anywhere else with that kind of a price. So I love it. I don't care. It's good. It's all good.
I appreciate that perspective, Doug. And that was something like we've done kind of guerrilla warfare and in understanding the costs of other brokerages in the area, always seeking to be as compelling as possible. And there are some brokerages, just being candidly, there are some brokerages in the area that don't charge a monthly fee. Typically, you're going to get that on the other side. There's going to be a transaction fee, and then there's going to be a split that's not as exciting. But those that do charge a fee and other kind of more disruptive models are even still more expensive than we are. So we're well in line with what we're seeing in the marketplace and on the competitive side of that. What else?
Mark Kovac asked in the chat about married couples and teams.
My understanding, and Nick and Cassandra, you guys can chime in, is that couples each have their monthly fee. It's not a singular fee. They have a shared cap, but as far as the monthly fee goes, am I right on that they each have a separate one?
That was my understanding, but it looks like Erica was about to confirm if I'm correct or.
So I think it depends on how the couple is set up in the system. And that's something that we can look at kind of on a one-on-one basis. So if anyone has questions about husband-wife billing, you can feel free to shoot us an email and we can take a look at how you're set up in the system.
Yeah, the monthly total, as Lynn dropped in, will be $7,250 up from the $4,750.
Hey, Mark, I think I brought this up to you before. So like I'm unfortunately never in the office. What's the breakout of the rest of that balance? Is anything, you know, like optional for not having an actual office in there doing any of that, or was it all insurance and system stuff?
Yeah, it's your E&O, it's your dot loop, it's your showing time, it's tools. It's not office space based or kind of participation based. So
got it. Okay, thanks. Just confirming.
Yep. And one of the things, as Erica said, you know, costs have gone up, but one of the commitments from KW, and those who went to family reunion would feel this, they're doing a lot to invest in our infrastructure and to help our agents own their data and to win on that side of things. So the world has become more expensive, but we're part of a company and a brokerage that's committed to helping you win. So there's a lot of value that's already there, but that's coming as well. Jose chimed in. Yeah, we kept the cost the same when we started paying for dot loop for all of our agents. So KW, the system that KW uses in most places is actually DocuSign. Like we could use DocuSign for a much lower cost, but that's not as common in our area. And we realize that our agents are used to it. So we as a brokerage actually eat that cost on a monthly basis.
Been giving out rent increases pretty frequent. Just got one back. It's kind of funny. To our tenants. It's probably well deserved.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Anyone have any other questions?
So as you do have case by case questions or couple stuff or team stuff, that sort of thing, please reach out. We can talk it through because there are some unique situations. But yeah, appreciate your understanding, your support. We're available. We'll post this on the Facebook page for anyone who missed. But thanks, Erica, for driving, and excited to grow together with y'all.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Have a great rest of the day.